Good morning, it's 6 o'clock. This is Sunrise. Our top story today, serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. Hello, a very good morning to you. You're watching Sunrise here on Sky News. I'm Jane Mee. We start this morning with a Sky News investigation that has exposed serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. We have discovered how thousands of tonnes of plastic waste collected from homes across the country is being dumped around the world as landfill because of its poor quality. Well, after seeing our findings, the government has said that it will launch a review into the current system of exporting plastic waste, which has been used for over 20 years. This all comes 1 year on from Sky launching its ocean rescue campaign aimed at reducing the impact of single-use plastics. Sky's Nick Martin has this exclusive report. Well, a year ago, our science correspondent Thomas Moore reported from a beach in Mumbai that had been devastated by plastic waste. 12 months on, Thomas has returned to see how volunteers have helped to remove an astonishing 12 million kilos of plastic. But his report shows there is still plenty of work left to be done. Well, Thomas joins me now from Mumbai. And Thomas, this is an extraordinary beach clean. Obviously, we talk about the campaign. You can head to skyoceanrescue.com, the Sky Ocean Rescue Facebook page as well. And if you head to Twitter, the handle is @SkyOceanRescue, and you can use the hashtag #PassOnPlastic. We'd love to hear from you this morning. I know a lot of you have been up early and telling me about how you've been cleaning up your local beaches. Send us some pictures. Let us know your stories. I'm @SkySarahJane. Going to take a look at the rest of the day's news now. Jonathan is here, and we're starting with outrage over the release of the convicted rapist John Warburton. If you want to go faster, scream, etc. Very much. We're going to take a look at the front pages of this morning's newspapers now. We'll start with Sun to find out more about that story. I'm outraged. A full review of the papers coming up at around 22. Georgie Bingham will be with us, and Kevin Adams. I'm sure they'll be interested in this story. But Jonathan, you've had a look, and this is a story that I saw on social media last night, an investigation by the Financial Times, and it's a shocking read.
Biting other passengers. Yeah. You wouldn't want that, would you?
That's not great. Jonathan, thanks very much. We're going to talk to Jackie now, who's got the sport. It's time for the sport with Jackie. And Jackie, Manchester City stories out of the tennis, aren't we, at the moment? Still to come here on Sunrise this morning. And today marks 1 year of the Ocean Rescue campaign. At 9:30, I'll be speaking to the explorer Sir Ranulph Fiennes on what more can be done to protect the environment from plastic waste. Lots of you already getting in touch with your stories on our Sky Ocean Rescue campaign. 12 months on, how have your habits changed? Get your stories into us, news@sky.com, or tweet me @SkySarahJane, @OceanRescue. Just looking at Lee, who said he's been cleaning his local beach in Brighton on a regular basis. And we also had a gentleman as well who's tweeted me with a picture of his recyclable cup from Whitehaven Beach. That's Adrian. Thank you very much. Keep getting in touch with us. What's the weather going to be like in coastal areas today if you're thinking of picking up litter on your local... Hello, good morning. Welcome back to Sunrise. On the way, a look through this morning's newspapers. Joining us, the broadcaster Georgie Bingham and the fitness consultant Kevin Adams. But first, our top story this morning, a Sky News investigation that has exposed serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. We have discovered how thousands of tonnes of plastic waste collected from homes across the country is being dumped around the world as landfill because of its poor quality. Well, after seeing our findings, the government has said that it will launch a review into the current system of exporting plastic waste, which has been used for 20 years. This all comes 1 year on from Sky launching its Ocean Rescue campaign aimed at reducing the impact of single-use plastics. Sky's Nick Martin has this exclusive report. Thanks, Jonathan. Now, today marks 1 year since the launch of Sky's Ocean Rescue campaign. And in that time, public attitudes towards the issue of plastic pollution in the ocean have significantly changed, with a 6% rise in the number of people saying that it bothered them. Well, it's not just the public affected, though. Some of the world's biggest companies have also been changing their approach to single-use plastics, as our Scotland correspondent James Matthews reports. And as part of our Ocean Rescue campaign 1 year anniversary, Sky's Colin Brazier has been speaking to the British explorer Sir Ranulph Fiennes, who says everyone has a responsibility to act. And if you'd like to find out more about our campaign, visit skyoceanrescue.com. There's also the Sky Ocean Rescue Facebook page, and on Twitter, the handle is @SkyOceanRescue. Use the hashtag #PassOnPlastic. Well, with us now to take a look through today's papers, we have the broadcaster Georgie Bingham and fitness consultant Kevin Adams, who are affected by our Sky. Be getting it right 60% of the time. They're not with me 100% of the time, but I think 60% of the time I'm doing my bit. I'm trying. I want to skip forward to this story in the Daily Mirror. It's in a lot of the papers today, and I found this really interesting. Well, a lot of employers actually frown on it, don't they? In terms of obviously there's not a hard and fast rule. But you just think it's impossible to enforce because. OK, fine. Sorry, we're still talking about the ban on relationships at school. Georgie had a couple of relationships, maybe. No.
And actually, if he does reach the final, she will literally have a 36-hour window to get there. So she'll be... It's all right, SJ, it's in Cardiff.
It's a long way to go. But if I want chips, I really want chips. Just get in the car, go across the bridge, be back in time for sunrise. Right, thank you both very much. We'll have more stories from inside today's papers for you in the next hour. But right now, Isabel has a look at the weather, and it's not great out there, is it, Isabel? Still to come here on Sunrise, we have an exclusive Sky News investigation for you on the tons of plastic waste that's being dumped. Good morning, it's 7 o'clock. You're watching Sunrise here on Sky News. Our top story, serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. Hello, very good morning to you. You're watching Sunrise here on Sky News. I'm Jane Mee. We start today with a Sky News investigation that has exposed serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. We have discovered how thousands of tonnes of plastic waste collected from homes across the country is being dumped around the world as landfill because of its poor quality. Well, after seeing our findings, the government has said that it will launch a review into the current system of exporting plastic waste, which has been used for the past 20 years. And what you can do to help clean up beaches, stop using single-use plastics, head to skyoceanrescue.com. On Facebook, there's a Sky Ocean Rescue page, and on Twitter, the handle is @SkyOceanRescue. Use the hashtag #PassOnPlastic. Jonathan and I do our bit. I've got my reusable water bottle in today. It's a bit battered because I have had it for a year now. Britain will launch a new national security team to tackle. Let's find out what's on the menu in sport. Let's get an update on the... now, let's talk about politicians and business leaders. They're all meeting in Davos this week for the World Economic Forum. The International Trade Secretary, Liam Fox, he joins me now. Good morning to you, Mr. Fox.
Good morning. I hope it's warmer there.
It is very warm in this studio, actually, this morning. I can see the snow behind you. You've resisted the bobble hat look, which I know a lot of people are going for in Davos this time around. I just want to talk to you about what the mood's like in Davos. So you've been speaking recently about Brexit and this obsession you feel that people have with seeing it in a negative light. You're speaking to all the big movers and shakers there, particularly when it comes to economics, which is what everyone's talking about with regard to Brexit. What is the mood like? Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson, the NHS not in his remit, but he's decided to bring up the issue of the NHS and funding again and how much funding he thinks the NHS should get once we leave the EU. Was he right to raise the issue and put it to the top of the agenda? He said it should be top of the priority list if there is any extra money available after we leave the EU. Head offices relocating to other parts of Europe? That way you think that money should go, because there will be money, extra money floating about should it go to the NHS. OK, Dr Liam Fox, thank you very much for speaking to us from the World Economic Forum in Davos. You can go and put your bobble hat on now and your puffer jacket. It does look really cold there. We'll let you go. Thank you very much. It's not too cold here. Well, I don't think, in London. Different for everyone else. There's been a storm. Isabel has all the details. Storm Georgina.
Yeah, Storm Georgina, pretty...
Hello, welcome back to Sunrise here on Sky News. On the way, a look through today's newspapers with the broadcaster Georgie Bingham and the fitness consultant Kevin Adams. But first, our top story is a Sky News investigation that has exposed serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. We have discovered how thousands of tonnes of plastic waste collected from homes up and down the country is being dumped around. Now, today marks 1 year since the launch of Sky's Ocean Rescue campaign, and in that time, public attitudes towards the issue of plastic pollution in the ocean have significantly changed, with a 6% rise in the number of people saying that it bothered them. Well, it's not just the public that have been affected. Some of the world's biggest companies have also changed their approach to single-use plastics, as our Scotland correspondent James Matthews reports. Well, you can see our full extended interview with Sir Ranulph Fiennes at 9:30 this morning. He's been talking about the Sky Ocean Rescue campaign. He's a big supporter, and you can find out more about it, skyoceanrescue.com. You can head to Facebook, there's a Sky Ocean Rescue page, and on Twitter, the handle is @SkyOceanRescue. And we're asking for your stories of how your habits have changed 12 months on since we launched the campaign. Tell us your stories with the hashtag #PassOnPlastic. We're going to take a look at this morning's newspapers now. Here with us, naming of it, Kevin, as well. I mean, the climate right now in respecting women, the tide is turning in all sorts of industry. When you automatically give them a hug, but he said, is it OK? Because I don't know him that well. And he asked to hug me and I thought, oh, OK, fine. We were paid to be there. They knew what they were getting.
No,
they were paid to be there to be hostess. OK. Kevin, let's move on to the front page of the Times. Lazy life. They vowed to do exercise every day, even if it's just 10 minutes. And I thought, I could do that. I could do 10 minutes a day. Right, we're talking about the newspapers. Georgie Bingham and Kevin Adams with us. Jackie's looking at the back very much. Coming up in the next hour, we've got a story from inside the papers about car insurance. You'll be very interested in that. Georgie's got very worked up about it. That's in the next hour. The papers always do an actual size. So if you open the paper today, they'll say it's this big. Yeah, it's about that big. Bending the rules, aren't they, in America with regard to taking animals on planes? In the next hour from these two. But right now, let's get a check on the weather with Isabel. Still to come here on Sunrise at 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. This is Sunrise. Our top story today, serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. They're the papers, they're on the way. But first, it's all about Sky Ocean Rescue because there is a Sky News investigation that has exposed serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. We've discovered how thousands of tonnes of plastic waste collected from homes across the country is being dumped around the world as landfill because of its poor quality. Well, after seeing our findings, the government has said that it will launch a review into the current system of exporting plastic waste, which has been used for the last 20 years. This all comes 1 year on from Sky launching Ocean Rescue campaign, which is all aimed, you'll know, at reducing the impact of single use. You can see it on those channels at 8 o'clock tonight. And if you'd like to find out a bit more about the campaign and start doing your bit, head to skyoceanrescue.com. On Facebook, there's a Sky Ocean Rescue page, and Sky Ocean Rescue is also on Twitter as well. The handle is @SkyOceanRescue. And use the hashtag #PassOnPlastic to tell us your stories about what you're doing to help. Time for the rest of the day's news now. Jonathan is here with... Let's take a look at the front pages of today's newspapers. We'll start with now, have you ever fancied yourself as a bit of an explorer or fancied a new challenge? Well, our next guests may help inspire you on an adventure after they completed their first expedition to the South Pole here in the studio. Because the thing that made your expedition different, finding that young men and women Barney's age are perhaps more environmentally conscious than, say, my generation was, your generation was. It's a big thing at the moment, isn't it? By it and trying to do something about it. Yet I'm still getting tweets this morning, Barney, with people saying, you know, what use is it going to be me having a solar panel or me giving up bottles of plastic water when it's a worldwide problem? What difference can just I make? Well, you've done great work highlighting the issue. Thank you for coming back to... we've still got a bit more to come here on Sunrise before... we're a couple of minutes shy of 8:30. We're going to return to our top story. And today marks 1 year since we launched Sky's Ocean Rescue campaign. And one person who has been inspired to get involved by our coverage is Oliver, to see the impact of plastics on our oceans. What have you seen down there? Because Sky News investigation today, we've been looking at the recycling system and we're putting pressure on the government to make changes. And the government has said we are going. Said, hang on a second, it's not really up to the government. It's up to the likes of you and I, everyone at home, to make. Welcome back to Sunrise here on Sky News. On the way, a look through today's papers with the broadcaster Georgie Bingham and the fitness expert Kevin Adams. But first, our top story this morning is a Sky News investigation which has exposed serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. We have discovered how thousands of tonnes of plastic waste collected from homes across the country is actually being dumped around the world as landfill. Coming up after the break, we'll have the day's sports news with Jackie, and we'll take you through today's newspapers with the broadcaster Georgie Bingham and fitness consultant Kevin Adams. We'll see you in a bit. Georgie Bingham and Kevin Add. It's my turn to speak, Georgie. Just you wait. They're here to talk about the papers. Where you live and your email address determines how good a driver you are. It's ridiculous. Really interesting, Kevin, because it says if you take prescription medicine and herbal remedies at the same time, it's bad for you. How so?
Yeah.
C-section babies are more likely to be obese. 15 seconds to tell me about Kate Melissa's coat. Let us know what you think. If you've got a Hotmail account, if you're called Kevin, if you're from Essex, I'm one of the three. I'll let you decide which one. Right, Kevin, in the Telegraph, just to fox us all. OK, there you go. That was worth it. Georgie, Kevin, thank you for your company this morning. Great fun, as always. We're going to take a look at the weather now. We go from one storm, Georgina, to another. Here are the details. It's 9 o'clock. This is Sunrise. Our top story today, serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. Hello, very good morning to you. You're watching Sunrise here on Sky News. I'm Jane Mee. We begin this morning with a Sky News investigation that has exposed serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. We have discovered how thousands of tonnes of plastic waste collected from your home is being dumped around the world as landfill because of its poor quality. Well, after seeing our findings, the government has said that it will launch a review into the current system, which has been used for 20 years. This all comes 1 year on from Sky launching its. And if you'd like to know more about the campaign, if you've been inspired by what we've shown you this morning, head to the website skyoceanrescue.com. On Facebook, we have a Sky Ocean Rescue page. And on Twitter, the handle is @SkyOceanRescue. And you can tell us your stories about what you're doing to try and cut out single-use plastic. Tell us your story, send us your pictures using the hashtag #PassOnPlastic. It's time for a look at the rest of the day's news now. Jonathan is here, and we're starting with outrage over. Now, as we've been telling you all morning, today is the 1 year anniversary of the Sky Ocean Rescue campaign. Well, the author and blogger Madeline Shaw has been inspired. She has gone plastic free from Bristol to share her top tips. Good morning, Madeline. Very into your healthy eating and cooking. When you go to the supermarket now or to your local high street to buy food, what are the kinds of plastic waste you're coming across that you want to cut out, and how difficult is it to buy loose vegetables or loose nuts and seeds, as it were? And parents are finding it hard to cut out plastic when it comes to kids because, of course, if you buy kids' toys or anything like that, it comes in so much plastic packaging. You have to send them to school with packed lunches. How are you finding it as a mum, buying things for your child and trying to avoid single-use plastic? Well, we're all doing our bit here at Sky News as well. I know Jackie's on board with Sky Ocean. Can you hear me? Hello? Hi. Lots of you getting in touch about the Sky Ocean Rescue campaign. We're celebrating the 1 year anniversary today. The hashtag is #PassOnPlastics. Lots of you getting in touch, telling us how you are passing on plastic. We'll read out some of those in just a moment. But first of all, Jack. Thanks very much, Jackie. Today we're celebrating 1 year since we launched the Sky Ocean Rescue campaign. At 9:30, we'll be hearing from a big supporter of the campaign, the explorer Sir Ranulph Fiennes, on what more can be done to protect the environment from plastic waste. You've been getting involved as well, as you have been for the last 12 months. Lots of you really taking this on board and changing the way you use. Get involved. Get in touch this morning. We'll be covering this throughout the day here on Sky News, news@sky.com for your emails. Isabella. We've got some breaking news for you now. It is 9:35. The unemployment figures for the past month have just come out. They are telling us that unemployment fell by 3,000 between September and November to 1.44 million. That's according to official figures that have just been released. The number of people in work has reached a record high, 32.2 million people in employment. This is all coming from the Office for National Statistics this morning. We'll have analysis of that throughout the day here on Sky News. Right now, though, the Brexit Secretary, David Davis, is giving evidence to MPs on the exiting of the European Union. We can have a listen in. He said so far that the government may... But our top story today is a Sky News investigation which has exposed serious flaws in Britain's recycling system. We have discovered how thousands of tonnes of plastic waste that's collected from your homes up and down the country is actually being dumped around the world as landfill because of its poor quality. Well, after seeing our findings, the government has said that it will launch a review into the current system, which has been used for the past 20 years. This all comes a year on from Sky launching Ocean Rescue, our campaign aimed at reducing reducing the impact of single-use plastics. Well, Sky, following the trail from your recycling bin to one of the biggest plastic waste exporters. Top tips on Twitter as well later on using the hashtag #PassOnPlastic. I encourage you to do the same. More coverage throughout the day here on Sky News. But coming up here on Sunrise after the break. Now, many of us find ourselves coasting along at work. Actually, I'm going to change that to many of you, because I might get in a bit of trouble for saying that. Daydreaming about our dream career and whether it is time to make that jump to a new job. If that sounds like you, then our next guest may have the answer as to how to make that work. Helps you to, to being a professional sportsman, which I know so many people at home would think, I would love to do that. Profit founder and executive director, professional football player to writer, so many anecdotes. And you say it starts with a little voice, but what have you out there if you're thinking of changing careers? And that's all for Sunrise this morning. All Out Politics is next.